Hey, how you doing? My name is Brian Zanotti, and thanks for checking out this video. So today I wanted to talk about a topic that I don't really see a lot on YouTube or in the music community or the drumming community, and that's how to sub in a band. So I've been living in Austin, Texas for about 8 or 9 years, and I've been very fortunate enough to play with a lot of different bands and to sub in a lot of different bands. And each situation that I end up getting myself in, I always end up learning a tip or a trick or some lesson that helps me prepare for the next gig. Sometimes as professional musicians, we're required to learn a lot of music very fast. I've been required to learn shows on a day's notice, 3 days, a week, but my preferred way to do it is to receive the material a month or 3 or 2 weeks in advance and then kind of slowly but surely learn the show. So I just got a gig playing for a guy named James Land, and I have plenty of time to learn the material, 3 weeks, 22 songs, the band is killer, can't wait to play, and I'm going to take you from where I start to where I finish. How do I prepare for this show? First off, you have to listen to the songs. Step 2 is you make your charts. Step 3 is you practice the songs. And then after that, there's nothing to really worry about anymore. Hopefully you know the songs well enough that you can play them live. Okay, so I'm in the car right now listening to the tunes, and I know this probably seems kind of silly, like, listen to the songs, but you'd be surprised at how many people sometimes don't listen to the songs, and don't be one of those people. So if someone gives you the tunes either through a Dropbox or a Spotify playlist, listen to them, learn them, and know them like the back of your hand. My method is I listen to them for a while, and I kind of just get the melodies in my head, the forms in my head. I can kind of hum along. I get them in my ears. And then I still make charts, but then I just know I have a relationship with each song. So my family's sleeping right now, so it gives me an opportunity to make some charts. So I'm listening to the music, I'm charting it out. For the most part, when I do these kinds of gigs, I do drum dummy charts. I'm not gonna go into exactly how I make them. Maybe I'll do that in another video. But it's a combination between standard drum notation and just counting measures, seeing phrases. I can do them relatively quickly. Sometimes I can do a chart in 10 minutes. If I want to get a little bit more intricate and really get into the fills and ghost notes and stuff like that, it might take a little bit longer, like 20 or 30 minutes a song. So it can add up if I'm learning 22 songs. Another way that you can chart is the number system. So I do this for certain kinds of gigs. I did this one just recently for a church gig. The song is called I Surrender. And if you want to learn the National Number System, a really good book to check out is Jim Riley's Song Charting Made Easy. I highly recommend that book. Hey, so my family's sleeping again, and I'm in the garage. That's the only way that I can practice for this gig, which is kind of interesting. I actually won't be able to run the songs at a real acoustic drum set, so that'll be fun. One thing that I tell my students is try to practice like how you're going to play. So stick height, get into it, imagine that you're actually playing with the band. I'm gonna play a song called Every Kiss Goodnight, and I'm gonna be playing on my practice pad drum set. I've got the R-Tom black holes on, practice pads, low volume cymbals. There's a really good video if you want to check out this practice method by my buddy Kenny Scher. It's on YouTube, so check that out.
All we do, but we try. Still we try. And we never let the small things things come between us. And we don't fight for nothing, we fight for something. With our two hearts, one love, we find life.
Okay, so it's always a good idea to get there early. It makes things way easier if the drummer gets there early, sets up his drums, kind of gets out of the way. Be respectful to the people around you. Don't bang on the drums, no rim shots, you know, especially if they don't have ear protection in. So just be courteous of the sound guys and people around you. Okay, so this is kind of important too. Get with the bass player, get with the band leader, the lead singer. Make sure your count-offs are good, and everyone is kind of on the same page. So for this particular gig, we did not get a rehearsal, so we're just getting there to the sound check and just trying to go through as many songs as possible. So actually on this sound check, we ended up playing 10 songs. So the other 12 songs that we had to learn for the show, we played them for the very first time on the bandstand. So this was kind of cool. I actually never got to play music with any of these musicians before. This is the very first time that I played with any of them. I knew them and I love them as players, but this was the first time. We're on the gig now, and what you just need to remember is to keep the time. Keep really good, solid time, and play appropriately. Don't overplay. That can be really annoying. Have great tone on your instrument, and play with conviction. That was something that I heard Sean Pelton say once, was play with conviction, and there's a lot of truth to that. So one thing to keep in mind is don't have your nose in the books the whole time. You do want to look up. One thing, have fun, but also be communicating with the band around you. If there is a band leader, you know, be looking at him, be looking at the lead singer. You can tell a lot by just body language of people. So head on a swivel, keep looking. Even though we're reading charts, keep looking at your bandmates. And that's it. The gig went really well. I think everyone seemed happy. What I love about subbing in bands is you usually get to meet a lot of different musicians, and they're always really exciting. You just never quite know what's going to happen, and that's just really cool. So if you like this video, and maybe you have some students, or you have a teacher, or you have anybody who you think this would benefit, please share this video. If you disagree with anything or want me to go deeper on something, please message me. I would love to hear that kind of stuff. Or if there are any topics that I could maybe shed some light on, please let me know those as well. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later.